So, everyone, welcome to the Power Play with CJ. So, we're focusing on the possibility of Toronto landing the number one pick as the Leafs are in a bit of a free fall, which is music to Leafs fans' ears at this point. We'll get to that in a second. And, how would Auston Matthews fit in with what the Leafs have assembled, in terms of their prospect depth? You look at the amazing group of prospects they have in the organization, Nylander, obviously Mitch Marner, Kapanen to a certain degree, and just how much skill they have there, and there's still going to be some other pieces coming in because they're going to be moving veteran players for draft picks at the deadline, so they will definitely stockpile the talent. I think Auston Matthews is the number one center they've lacked pretty much since Matt Sundin, since Matt Sundin. That's probably the best way to describe it. And you look at the experience he's had playing against men in Switzerland. He's going to be ready to come right in and play for Coach Babcock and really do some big time things next year for the Leafs. So I think the Auston Matthews situation kind of takes care of itself. I mean, if you can imagine, him and Marner lined together, that's a little bit of offensive skill that might be worth tuning in and watching a game or two. If you're a neutral fan, because there's going to be a ton of talent there, and really just a great offensive showing on a nightly basis. And as Leafs fans can attest to, there hasn't been a whole lot to cheer about in the last decade or so. So, getting those two together would definitely be a great thing. If they end up with like the 2 or 3 pick, I think Puljujarvi would be a good fit, but I really think they like Chychrun. I just got a gut feeling. That's just my gut. There's no sources on that. I got a gut feeling that they really like. I mean, I really like Chychrun. We all know that. So that's definitely a fit. I mean, you think about the importance of having. I've said it before. I'll say again. You need that number one center. You need number one defenseman if you want to win the Stanley Cup. Matthews gives you that number one center. And then you can kind of piece it together from there. So definitely a really interesting situation in Toronto. And for the first time, it's good to be bad. I mean, it's better to be bad than mediocre. So with Tank in full effect, maybe they land that number one center they need. Then I think Babcock's a good enough coach that the weird thing with Babcock is he hasn't had to deal with isn't the right word, develop young talent in a long time. Maybe going back, say it was Anaheim days. So it's going to be an interesting experience for him next year because they're going to be, as bad as the Leafs are this year, they're going to be a little bit better, but there's going to be a lot of growing pains. Kind of like Phoenix or Arizona this year, a little bit, where they're showing flashes, but they're still, you got to take the good with the bad. You got to take your lumps when they come in. So I'm curious to see how Babcock handles that. I think he's obviously one of the best coaches in the game. I think he'll be fine with it. I think he's multifaceted in that regard. So, but definitely something to keep an eye on. So, if they do end up with the number one pick, I think Auston Matthews would be a very, very good fit with Toronto. Definitely be one of the more interesting hockey odysseys, huh? Go from Arizona, Ann Arbor, Michigan, Zurich, Switzerland, Toronto Maple Leafs. So, from a hotbed, meaning it's hot out in Arizona, to the hotbed of hockey. That's what I'm calling it. Anyway, that's all I got this episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for more episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.